Alright, so no, I didn't do a Confessions of a Startup last week, but hey, stuff happens, right? So anyway, quick update. Date My Apartment's still on hold. Posting some stuff to the rental checks, which is therentalchecks.wordpress.com. We actually do have an actual domain name, but I'm kind of waiting on that for a bit to swap it over from WordPress.com to WordPress.org, you know, and all that jazz. Yeah, so just did a video, quick 15-second elevator pitch for Black Enterprises, BE Best Pitch, because they're choosing like the 5 best videos or business ideas to present at the African American festival in Baltimore, actually this coming weekend. So fingers crossed that that Date My Apartment is chosen as one of the 5 to pitch. If not, then not. But hey. But as my mother always said, nothing beats a fail but a try. So gotta at least try. What else? That is basically it as far as updates. Rental lists. Actually planning to go to Northern Liberties tomorrow, which is Tuesday, to get some pictures, get some stuff up to put up on our Rental Chicks Instagram, and also put those pictures so that I can start kind of putting the Northern Liberties stuff together so we can finally get at least that blog out of the way. Working on another blog post for the Rental Chicks. Already did one. Working on a new one about things to avoid when you're leasing an apartment, and hopefully sometime this week, maybe next week, depending on time, figure out, not figure out, but do video to kind of go along with the blog post, because I've seen way too many people do too many crazy things when leasing an apartment, and we gotta stop. But this video is really about how to survive as a broke ass entrepreneur. Because the thing is, you're chasing your dream and you're happy about chasing your dream, and you're putting all your time and your effort into it. However, what you're doing isn't bringing in any money. You still got bills that need to be paid. Creditors that need to be paid. You probably don't want to pay these people. You probably haven't been paying them. I'm not necessarily talking about myself. Okay, I am talking about myself. But the point is, you need money to live and to do other things, and not only that, but to put back into your business. Because the reality is, especially when you're first starting up, you're thinking that you're gonna get an investor, and that's kind of the lie that you're fed by the media, by TV shows, that hey, you got this great idea, and some millionaire, billionaire investor's gonna come and give you a bunch of money, because the reality is, most people who start a business, you're gonna be bootstrapping that business, and it's probably gonna be bootstrapping it for years. There's lots of especially some of the you're reading about like Uber and Airbnb and all these companies that receive millions or billions of dollars, but those companies, really weren't making a whole lot of money initially, or didn't get a whole lot of investment. Some operated, many companies operated for years, then got investment. So the reality is, you're going to be digging into your own pockets, or digging into the pockets of, friends and family, if you're fortunate enough to have friends and family who not only have the money but love you enough to invest in your dream. But in the meanwhile, while you're trying to, do that, and you kind of gotta get some other hustles going, let me share some wisdom with you. One, to survive as a broke ass entrepreneur, especially um, if you live in a major city, try to go to as many meetups, like tech meetups. And there's a couple of reasons. One, you can meet you can meet some amazing people who have amazing, especially if you're a non-technical founder, you may be able to find either a co-founder or someone who can jump on your project, and help you out with some tech stuff. That's one thing. The other is many of these tech meetups have glorious food. I mean, it's mostly like snack stuff, but food and free alcohol. Hey, I mean, my motto is if it's free, it's for me. So those are the main ones. Also, especially if you again live in a major city that kind of has a bit of a tech scene. Someone's always having some kind of, that's just my phone. Someone is always having some kind of launch party. And those things are free. And they have food. So there's all kinds of stuff that goes on, especially like right here in Philadelphia. You got meetups. You got, again, someone's always launching something. Someone's always launching, having a launch party for something going on. And again, all you got to do is RSVP, show up, free food, free alcohol. You just got to get there. Plus you get to meet, the bonus is you get to meet cool people. You get to meet cool people. Cool. Other thing, selling your stuff. That's another way to get some money going until you can, one, this is money again that's going to help you survive, live, but also go back into the business. So what you want to do is go through all your stuff. Yes, you might have things that are like sentimental value to you, but if you can sell it, you probably should go ahead and, especially if you're not using it. I just cleaned out, I had a bunch of bags in my living room downstairs. I looked through all those bags. I'm actually wearing a dress that still has a tag on it. Bought this dress about 2 years ago, from the Limited at Pentagon City Mall, in Arlington, and never wore the dress. This is like honestly the first time I'm really wearing a dress, except I wore it one other time only to try it out. Again, you probably have a bunch of stuff that you've never used, you've only used once, or a couple of times, stuff that's just clogging up, just taking up space that and other things that you don't really need anymore. Those are things you can put up on eBay. Some of that you can put up on Etsy, especially if it's vintage. Have some vintage handbags. They'll probably go up on, Etsy. Everything else will probably go up on eBay. Yeah, because I have dresses, I have handbags, those kinds of things. So again, you have a bunch of stuff that you can sell. The other thing, temping. Now I've temped off and on for close to 18 years. And that's actually how I got some of my, permanent jobs in the past, was through temp agencies. And especially if you're someone, and most entrepreneurs hate working for other people. But, if you want something where it's kind of flexible, like you work there, but you don't really work there and you don't actually work for the company, temping's a great way to make extra money. There's hundreds of temp agencies out there. One of the rules of temping is, sign up often and early. What I mean by that is, don't just sign up with one agency, sign up with several agencies, because you don't know which one's going to have an assignment for you first. So the more the better. So always, sign up for more agencies than maybe you really need. Again, a great way to make extra money. Also, you're a temp. You work for the temp agency. So if you can't make it in one day because you need to, maybe you do have an investor meeting. You have an investor meeting. Let the temp agency know, hey, I can't work such and such a day. Conferences, come up. There's conferences throughout the year. You know, let's say maybe want to go to TechCrunch, Disrupt, or Women 2.0. I'm planning to go to Focus 100 in October, and let's just say working a temp job. Again, you can call up the agency, tell them, hey, I can't work this day or these days. They might not be too happy about it, but again, hey, at the end of the day, you're a temp. You weren't planning to be there permanently. Anyway, also this means you don't have to like quit on someone if you get a permanent job, and you suddenly, your business suddenly takes off, and you gotta be like, hey, I just got my business took off, so deuces. Kind of not cool. Being a temp again gives you kind of that freedom, that flexibility. The bad things about temping, or actually one of the bad things that used to be about temping, was when you're a temp, you don't get benefits. You don't get vacation time, those kinds of paid days off, etc. Especially with the health care. But now that you have the Affordable Care Act, you can actually get your own health insurance, and that way, you can take an assignment and it's all good. But that was it. Those are really the three main ways to survive as a broke entrepreneur. If you're really desperate, also pawning stuff. I've actually pawned this laptop one time, um, for $100. But they got their money. Look, they got the laptop back a few days later. It's all good. Sometimes you do what you got to do. But yeah, but yeah, those are the three main ways to survive as a broke entrepreneur. So until next time, I'll see you.